It's kickboxing time. It's Synergy Performance Fitness. Let's do this. As we start the warm-up now, I just want to make you aware that there may be a slight flicker that some of you will experience on this video. Please be careful. Watch it as you need to, use the techniques, go and hit the bag, train on the pads. We've got all sorts here for you, but for now, follow me along in this warm-up. In this video we're going to cover most of the techniques from white, yellow and orange belt grades. We're going to start here with the jab from white belt. Here's how to hold the pads for it. Here I'm using Thai pads, nice and flat pad, no angle on it at all, being held for the jab and the cross. So don't hold the pads in front of your face where you can hit yourself, and always make sure that you push back gently into the striker's punch. That gives the feedback to the striker and it protects the feeder, the pad holder, from the impact. Here I'm now wrapping my hands. Very, very important. Always keep your hands protected. Hand wraps first, then gloves. Good quality gloves, well padded gloves. I don't want to be hitting a bag or a pad bare knuckle. It's just not good practice. I'm going to pick up an injury and that's going to prevent me from training. Okay, here comes the jab. You don't want to be too far away. You also don't want to be too close. You need to be at striking distance, so work on that. Turn into the punch, turn into the strike, get your body weight behind it. You need your feet to turn so that your hips can turn. Also looking at the defence here, using the elbow to meet that back as it comes back in. We're going to use the elbow to defend ourselves. Turn your feet in the direction of the punch, shoulder nice and high, covering the jaw as you strike. Belly shot. So we're ducking first. Rule number one, when you hit into the stomach or the belly, body, you duck first. Otherwise you're just leaving your jaw wide open. So duck and strike. Punch bags are great tools for kickboxing or boxing or any other martial art, because in some ways they're quite unpredictable. You can hit them one way and they'll move, hit them again with the same strike and they move a different way. So it makes it great when you're practicing for sparring, because you've got that unpredictability. You have to react to what's in front of you. Here's the cross. Same principles in practice. Turn into the punch. Move your feet, move your hips, shoulder high, put your body weight into the cross. So what's the difference between the jab and the cross? They're both straight punches, straight out in front. The jab is with the lead hand, cross is with the rear hand. So if I'm left foot forward in orthodox stance, the jab is with the left hand. Cross then is with the right hand, right foot back, right hand is the cross. The swap stance to southpaw, my right foot is forward, I'll be throwing the jab with my right hand and the cross with the left. So now the cross to the body, same principles apply as do with the jab. Duck and strike. Have a go, see how you get on. It's jab and cross together next. So you can see now combination of punches, just jabs and crosses. timing is all important when you're using a bag or training just in general. As you hit the bag, it moves. Your next strike may miss, and yes, I missed too. So at any point, just pause this and try the things that I'm doing here. You'll see that I'm moving in with the bag as I strike. I'm also moving forward for those next few punches. Because it's moving, it's become a moving target, and I'm moving around the bag to get different angles as it moves to me. Keeping that defense high and using those elbows to defend. Moving on to kicks now, we're going to introduce the foot jab. Just as it sounds, it's performed with the lead leg, just like the jab punches with the lead hand. Here's the holding for the pads, tie pads again, one facing the floor, one on top, locked in so I can take that impact. As I'm being kicked, as that pad is being hit, I am tensing my abs and I'm breathing out so I don't get winded. Very important if you're a pad holder or a feeder. Tense up and breathe out. Here's a foot jab on the bag now. So what I'm demonstrating here is that you need to get tall to kick. When you punch, you want to get nice and low centre of gravity, but to kick you want a nice long spine, nice and tall. So to perform the kick, number one, remember to bring your toes back. You want to kick with the ball of your foot, not your toes. Raise the knee, extend the leg, kick with the ball of the foot. Guard is also very important. It doesn't need to be on my head when I kick, but it does need to remain high. You'll see me occasionally touch the bag either to keep it still, or I'll check it with my shin, like a shin block. One, because I'm getting used to being on one foot. I'm getting used to that shin block as something comes in towards me, as in a leg kick. I also want to keep at arm's length of an opponent, or leg length. So you'll see me do that now and again. I'll push back on the pad, on the bag. This is still a foot jab. This is the southpaw version. Right leg forward, kicking with the right foot. Now it's time to put all of those things together. Foot jab, jab, cross. As the bag moves, you'll see me react to it. I'll move round, I'll duck down, I'll move to the side. give this a go yourself. Foot jab, jab cross. Timing's very important. Moving around, a moving target. Great drill, this one. Here we are with the round kick now. Probably my favourite kick in Muay Thai or kickboxing. Demonstrating here how to hold the pad for it. So this is the low pad position. If you've got children, this is a great position to be. It's just over your thigh or hip. And here's the higher position now. The hand on top, that's to protect my knuckles from hitting me in the face. Here we go into that low position again. Very important to keep the elbow bent here. You don't want a straight elbow, there's too much impact on it and you're going to hurt the joint. Keep your elbow bent and you can maintain that position. And here we are now into the higher position again. Elbow is now tucked into the side, so you don't kick the elbow with your foot. That's incredibly painful. Okay, the classic round kick on the bag. Very, very, very important. You have to turn. If you don't turn, it's not a round kick. My base foot, the one that stays on the floor, turns all the way around, sometimes 180 degrees. The striking leg, in this case my right, is making impact with the shin. Guard up high, spine tall. The advantage of using a long bag like this one's 6 feet, is that you can use all the different heights, head height, body height and leg. All the weights at the bottom. So you can really condition your shins, especially when you're kicking low. Switch to southpaw now, as you can see. My base foot, the foot that stays on the floor, is now my right. Twisting it round, maybe 180 degrees sometimes, so that you're getting your full body weight into the bag. Now, one thing I want you to realise and notice is I don't take a step back to kick. I move my right foot slightly forward to kick my left. I also do the same the other way around. Too many people take a step back. It shows your opponent what you're about to do. Another combination now, putting all those elements together from white belt syllabus. Foot jab, jab, cross, and round kick. Notice again how I don't wind the round kick up. I don't bring my leg back first to throw it with more power. Straight after I've thrown the cross, the round kick goes in. I'll demonstrate in a second. Really bad guard for this combination. Avoid this. Hands are dropped. No guard. Bad guard. Hands are dropped again. Here's a real one. For those who train in the class, what you'll see is the timing on this is really quite different using the bag than it is on the pads. Again, it's because the bag is a moving target, you've got to get your timing right in order to strike it at the right time. Southpaw, right leg forward. So give that combination a go, see how you feel with it. Practice, practice, practice. You can always pause this, go back, see if you're getting the elements right or not. Okay, moving on to yellow belt, we're looking at the snap elbow and round elbow. I'm holding the tie pads now at a different angle than the jab and cross. And to put that now onto the bag. So the first thing is hand position. Fingers together, fingers long, making a spear hand. You don't make a fist when you throw elbows. You need to be close enough to be able to strike the pad with the tip of your elbow. Keep your head forward. Don't turn away. Let your feet turn in the direction of the strike, again just like a punch. Shoulder covering the jaw, turning all the way through. This is the snap elbow, performed with the lead hand. So in this case, left foot forward, left arm. So this time I've got my right foot forward in southpaw stance. The power comes from the hips turning through. So this is still a snap elbow. The power comes from the hips and the body weight, not from the arm moving. To be very close to throw an elbow. You don't have the same distance as a punch. So here's a snap and round together. The round elbow being performed with the rear arm. Left foot forward, right foot back. Left arm is a snap elbow, right arm is the round elbow. The next technique in the yellow belt syllabus is the knee strike. Straight knee. Holding the pads again in the same position that I held them for the foot jab. Tensing up, breathing out every time the pads get struck, and I'm pushing forward into the pad again, one to protect myself and also to give the striker feedback. So the knee strike doesn't just go up, it goes forward and in too. Distance is all important because I can easily miss, as I'm demonstrating here. If I just go up, I'm going to miss. If I go forward, I'm likely to hit, as long as I'm close enough in the first place. Drive the hips through. As the knee comes up, drive through with the hips. So demonstrating here how far through I want to push and then actually onto the bag. I don't want to drop my guard, keep the guard high. Knee strike and shin block. Sneak a little back elbow there. Okay, next we yell about is the skip knee and the assisted knee. Same pad holding technique as before. So this is the skip knee. We're using the lead leg. We skip back and then we throw the knee. So starting left foot forward, skip back and knee with the left. Left foot first comes back, right foot forward, and then the left knee is thrown. So it's not a jump. Jump like that, you're likely to have your legs swept from under you and you crash to the floor. It's a skip, left foot back, right foot forward, and then strike. And then that shin block again. Guard up high. And this is the assisted knee. So it's a straightforward knee first, back down into the same position, right hand comes up, grabs the opponent round the neck, and right knee again. Knee, assist and knee. So what you're doing here, you're pulling your opponent in to that second knee. Works very well on the bag. And again, it's time now to put those yellow belt techniques into a combination. First of all, we're going to look at distance though. That's a striking distance for a foot jab that I can't reach with a punch. Now this is punching distance and round kick distance, because remember we kick with the shin, not the foot, in a round kick. But I can't knee or elbow. Again, I miss. Forward again, that's kneeing distance and elbowing distance. So understanding the distances of the strikes is very important. Foot jab, punching and round kick, and then kneeing and elbowing. And this is the 4 count of knees and elbows. Knee, snap elbow, round elbow, skip knee. And now the same combination but with an assisted knee at the end instead of the skip knee. Knee, snap, round, assist and knee again. Now what you'll see here is I'm going to push the bag away using my forearm and elbow. It's a sneaky little one, but it has a hell of an impact. Have a go, see what you think. It's now time for the side kick from yellow belt syllabus. The pad holding is the same as the foot jab and the knee. So the first thing to do is to turn into position for the side kick, chamber the kick, which means bringing the leg back before firing it out for the strike. So a side kick can be performed from both legs, and which one you choose is purely dependent on the distance from your target. When you do strike the pad, the person, the bag, you should be aiming with your heel, and that'll put your foot in exactly the right position. So you're kicking with the very edge of your foot, not with the toes. And when you throw this with power, you can really bend the bag in half. This is the step through or crossover kick, side kick. Now it's time for a combination, the jab, cross and side kick. However, if you're performing this on Thai pads or pads at home, you may need to put a push in between the cross and the side kick just to give distance to throw the side kick. With the bag it's different because as you punch it, it's going to move and make that distance anyway. You'll notice there, do the shin block first and then the side kick. What I'm imagining in that situation is that someone's throwing a kick to the leg, that's as the bag moves in, and then I counter strike with whichever combination I'm doing at the time. So have a go at this one too and experiment with your guard, using your elbows, using the shin check to guard yourself from that bag as it swings back in. Moving into the orange belt syllabus now, we're going to start with the hook punch. As you'll see from me holding the pads here, it's the same position of holding for the elbows for the hook punch. Here's jab, cross, hook. You'll notice the hook is turned in. Gloves on again. Every time I punch I want to be wearing gloves. So the common theme through this is every time you throw a strike, turn your whole body in. I want to be down nice and low, not tall now. I want to be low, low centre of gravity, shoulders up high. And as I punch, the shoulders covering my jaw. The technique is very much the same as when I throw an elbow. It's just that I make contact with the hand, not the elbow. I still turn in, shoulder up high. Now to generate power in the hook, it's about putting your body weight through it. As you can see there, I'm moving my whole body to one side to throw that hook punch with power. Moving around, in, not just the arm. So as you can see here, just the arm doesn't do a lot. With the body, very different impact. I strongly advise doing this, practicing over and over again. Just the hook punch. Switching now to southpaw, right hook. Getting low into the punch. Turn both feet into the punch, let the hips turn all the way in. Demonstrating there. If your thumb is up high, your elbow goes low. Turn your hand round. Throw your hook as you would an elbow strike. There's the elbow, there's the hook. It should look identical, except for where you hit. Don't pull your arm back. Moving the body in. Bob and weave to the side, generate the power. Okay, let's string some punches together now. Jab, cross and hook. We're also going to work on the hook to the body too. Keeping the left foot forward all the time. Keep in stance. Getting low, straight into the ribs there with that hook. Jab, cross, hook, cross now. You'll notice I'm changing whether I hit to the body or the head, just randomly. I want you to do the same. Okay, another strike now, another punch from the orange belt syllabus, the shovel hook, one of my favourite strikes. Using the left hand here, the lead hand, getting into position first, ducking down low, and this is a hook that also goes up a little bit, so it's a cross between a hook and an uppercut. But you don't want to drop your hand too low, you don't want to show your opponent what you're doing. Get into position, duck down and throw. Now do this drill. Let the speed naturally get higher, let the power naturally develop. Southpaw now. Notice how the hips are thrown into the punch too. So now let's use that shovel hook in a combination. Jab cross, shovel hook, hook. We're going to do the same again now, but we're going to add an extra jab in so that we're shovel hooking on the right side with the right hand. So I step forward with the second jab, jab cross, stepping on, then I throw the shovel hook and hook. Because I've stepped in, it means I don't need to reach to get that punch and target. Stepping in with that second jab means I'm right at the side of the bag, or the person as it would be, to show that body punch. It's time to add some kicks back in now, so we're going to use the combination round kick. Hook, cross, skip, round kick. Now with the movement of the bag, it means that I may have to throw a jab instead of a hook sometimes. But that's okay, you just adapt, you just go with the flow. The skip round kick is performed the same way as the skip knee, but of course it's a round kick that you throw, not the knee strike. but the skip is exactly the same. The timing for this is very different than on pads. You've got to wait for your target to be in place. Tall for the kicks, low for the punches. Okay, let's bring in the uppercut now. We'll do the combination jab, cross, uppercut, cross. Notice the pad holding technique here. The pad should be held at about the chin height of the striker. And it's held parallel to the floor. Okay, the combination here is jab, cross, uppercut, cross. I'm switching stance, so I'm left foot forward first, then switch to the right. Very important to dip your body and then throw the uppercut by driving your body upwards. Throw your hips into that uppercut. A good practice drill for uppercuts is just to throw uppercuts on the bag. I'll demonstrate that in a second. Use the body, don't drop the arm, drive with the hips, get the legs involved. So that's the white, yellow and orange belt syllabus video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were able to train along with me, paused it when you needed to, and went back, refreshed yourself on some techniques. There's more videos to come with higher grades coming soon. Take care of yourselves and stay safe. See you soon from Synergy Performance Fitness.